For up-to-the-minute information and hidden stories about Catherine, Princess of Wales, and her family, be sure to subscribe to our channel. Breaking news: after Charles became ill and Catherine exerted her influence, William began to distrust the monarchy. Royal family drama threatened a fragile monarchy.ina video message he posted after her major abdominal surgery in January. Catherine, 42, announced her cancer diagnosis, but she did not specify the type of cancer she had. Her chemotherapy is a preventative measure. King Charles, Catherine's father-in-law, was receiving treatment for an unidentified cancer at the time. This comment raises questions about the longevity of Catherine's rumours, as well as the short-term effects of the royal family's inability to cope with the cancer diagnoses of two senior members. In the coming weeks, public interest in the royal family will primarily revolve around the health and happiness of the King and the Princess of Wales, rather than their interactions with the public and their official royal duties. Senior family members must re-evaluate their public positions as Charles fights his illness. This delicate balancing effort will go on as long as Catherine is in treatment. The older members of the royal family, in particular, have no plans to leave the UK anytime soon. We are probably going to witness fewer public appearances by prominent members of the royal household. It is improbable that Charles and Camilla would make Commonwealth travels in 2024 due to the royal family's apparent disengagement from international politics. There is going to be a fuller schedule of public appearances for the Duke and Duchess of Edinburgh, the Princess Royal, and furthermore, the Duke and Duchess of Gloucester. Things might shift in the next few months due to the increasingly hectic royal schedule. A lot of the most significant events will be coming up in May, especially in June, so we'll be watching what occurs, and you simply adapt. Any family who's experienced dealing with illness knows that's what you have to deal with, and you take it for one day or even an entire week at a time. Although this news may come as a shock, members of the royal family have struggled with significant health issues for many years. With Charles and Catherine's cancer diagnoses, all eyes will be on William and Prince George, the eldest child and successor of the couple. In the modern era, the line of succession is easily understood, but the precise time and tone of the subsequent couple of reigns remain unresolved, according to a researcher. William, the prince, is facing a difficult situation. William has discovered himself in an extremely challenging position because he remains committed to his duties as Prince of Wales, but continues to make readily apparent that his top priority is his loved ones, said a royal observer who studied the monarchy's lengthy history at McMaster University. How today's statement will affect the Princess of Wales's weeks-long conspiracy theories is an important question to consider. What surprised me particularly was the level at which the interaction looked to be focused on minimizing the amount of speculation and gossip and putting a greater emphasis on privacy, according to her. After giving everyone a glimpse, however fleeting, into her personal battle, Catherine has made it clear that she will be stepping away from the limelight for a while. Once again, it seems like a plea for mercy. A dramatic shift occurs in Prince Edward, who is known to often quarrel with Prince William. Princess Catherine's health and King Charles's regency have cast doubt on when she will resume her royal duties. The royal family recently promoted Prince Edward. It diminishes the likelihood of Prince William becoming king. Prince Edward had a rocky connection with William's mother and father from the beginning. We can demonstrate the connection between Prince Edward and Prince William by exploring their origins. Edward thought Diana was fine, according to renowned royal writer Ingrid Seward, despite his attraction to Prince Andrew's ex-wife, Sarah Ferguson. He really exploited it sometimes to have lunchtime with Fergie, who would frequently come down from the royal residence and join him there and accompany him around to lunch, because both of them were extremely close at one time, he stated. They were once very close. Her youthful energy and genuine passion for his work made her appealing to him. The Queen's youngest son, Edward, became anxious, and strained relations with Diana intensified after Diana's death. As stated in Paxman on the Queen's Children, Edward turned down the advice to go through Diana's book of condolences and speak with mourners. He replied, "No, I really don't want to go. I made the decision to go with my brother or sister this afternoon." Dicky Arbiter alleged all of Edward's actions during that period. He and his nephew Prince William had been at odds since the burial of Diana Spencer in 1997 and the marriage of Prince Edward in 1999. But by 2001, things had escalated significantly. It had always been Edward's goal to establish Ardent, a film production firm, and rise to fame. In an effort to save the company when the campaign failed, Edward fatally murdered William, a young student at St. Andrews. The university's stringent privacy agreements allowed William to fully embrace college life without any interference from journalists, photographers, or cameras. Edward's actions disrupted William's peaceful school life. Jobson described William's reaction to Edward's actions as furious. According to a researcher, William thought that his uncle's business's operations had the potential to undermine the integrity of the meticulously cultivated connection that existed between St. James's Palace and the news media, and in consequence, it was believed it would put at risk the intent cordial among him and the media. When the story emerged, Prince Charles properly went ballistic. There is little chance that William and Edward might meet a royal fate. Prince William and Prince Edward, royal cousins and national ambassadors, have seen each other grow into committed fathers of 3 and possible successors. But their bond goes far beyond that. The split between William and Edward made it difficult for them to reach an agreement with King Charles. When William determines Edward's royal legitimacy, that chasm will widen. We appreciate the time you took to see the video. We greatly appreciate your feedback. Until next time,